Ant's doing everything in his power to get Minnesota to the next round. Cat and Rudy doing the opposite. Let's talk about it. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And as always, thank you all for your likes, your shares, subscriptions, questions, and comments. Yes, bring those questions on. Bring those questions on. The more questions that the more questions and more interactions, the better I feel. So keep those questions coming. You already know Wednesdays is Q&A with Skinny. Bring those questions in, and I'll be glad to answer them. You may not get them answered that Wednesday, but if you keep tuning in each and every Wednesday, your question will be heard. So appreciate that in advance. Man, got to give a shout out to the squad. You already know what it is, man. These are my guys, man. These are my brothers in arms. We stand 10 toes down in the paint, and we go against all comers. We go against the media, the fanboys, ex-hating NBA players, current hating NBA players. We already know what it is. LeBron James himself and all his sycophants over there at Clutch Sports. We're going up against a huge machine, ESPN, Fox Sports. We're going up against a huge conglomerate of fanboys coming together, clicking up to stifle the truth. But thankfully for us and for you guys, we're armed with the truth. We're armed with the real facts. We come with integrity. We come with honor. We come with truth. We come with a spirit of sportsmanship. Knowing you know what I'm saying, what the game's supposed to look like and how it's supposed to be played, and just basically just going against the narratives, kicking them all in the ass, kicking all these narratives in the ass, and you know, and getting our W's along the way, because we're winning, y'all. We're winning, and it's also because of you guys standing up as well, because you also have an obligation to telling the truth and to defending the truth. So I appreciate you all. Definitely got to give a shout out to my guys, the squad. Sports and Fitness Rants, my brother. Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Too Raw for Sports TV, Uncut Hoops, Angrio Hoops, NNB Sports TV, Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best, my twin, Phenomenal Fitness, Man Down Sports, Dreamers Pro, Ticket TV, Prince Sports, Kobe Bryant Film Room. Check him out. Check him out. That's my brother. Jordan versus LeBron. Geechee Life Sports Talk. Get in tune with this young man right here. Get in tune with him. He's definitely on the rise, man. Tap in with his channel, man. Check him out. D. Allen Ricks TV. Real funny guy. Definitely check him out, man. If you guys want some laughs along with some facts. And if you don't want any laughs, go check out NBA Facts Self Research. He's the total opposite. He's gonna give you those facts right down the middle, straight, no chaser. So definitely get with him. Definitely appreciate him. The Real Mind Crime. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. I call him Mr. AM Radio, AM Sports Talk Radio, because I mean he just reminds me of one of those guys that you would hear on the radio in the mornings. And Shekel Storm NBA. Last but definitely not least, this guy is hilarious. This guy he brings the facts, but he also brings a lot of humor. He's working on a series now with the starting five, along with myself, Shekel Storm, myself, Phenomenal Fitness, Uncommon Hoops, and Angrio Hoops. We make up his starting five. So Definitely check out his videos, man. He's releasing rare NBA footage of myself and the rest of the fellas. So check him out, man. Check him out. I want his channel to grow as large as possible. Definitely check him out. And you all already know what time it is, my hoop heads. You already know what time it is. It's time for us to open up them doors and welcome on in the latest members of the Hoophead Haven. You already know what it is, man. The Hoophead Haven, a global community of like-minded individuals that only seeks the real hoops, that wants real hoops to return. We speak on, like I said, we speak on old school hoops. We speak on throwbacks. We speak on throwback sneakers. We speak on games, top fives, top tens, current events. We talk about everything, debates, questions, whatever. Um, they're more than welcome. And also, if you ever see a fanboy, check them immediately. They're nameless, they're faceless. They get no shine here. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that is one thing that I will never stop you from doing is checking a fanboy. Because that is your job, that is your duty as well to back us up, man, and to do your part into furthering our mission, and that's to bring real hoops back. So definitely, we gotta welcome in. We definitely gotta welcome in our latest, and that is Coppery Singer 5 and Rickless 1. Definitely welcoming you guys with open arms, man. Come on in, kick your feet up, walk around, interact with me, interact with everybody else within the Hoophead Haven. And like I said, man, if you see a fanboy, check them. That's the rules. That's the rules. We don't let no fanboys run amok in our comment section. We go head on. We put them in their place, and then we send them on out of here. So definitely enjoy yourselves and welcome to the Hoophead Haven. Thank you for taking a chance on the channel, and thank you for your subscription. Thank you. And now let's get down to the nitty gritty. What I'm about to say may not be popular, but it just needs to be said. I've been watching the playoffs lately, and I watched that Minnesota game, Minnesota versus Denver last night, and I saw Denver exhibiting the heart of a champion, as Rudy Tomjanovich would always tell you. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. Denver was down 0-2. Both losses were at home. I mean, Minnesota came right in there and just, I mean, not only did they snatch a home court advantage, they looked like they was on their way to sweeping. Barkley thought they was going to sweep. Shaq thought they was going to sweep. So many people, ESPN, so many people on ESPN thought they were going to sweep. Man, I'm not going to lie. I always was very skeptical. And yeah, last night kind of confirmed my skepticism. And it falls. It does not fall on Anthony Edwards. It does not fall on him. I mean, the young man had 44 last night. I mean, he did everything that he can. I love his game. Like I said, man, Anthony Edwards has definitely made me a fan. Like I said, man, I plan on getting a pair of his sneakers. I'm sorry, Jordan Brand is just kicking ass right now. They dropping so much heat right now. But I'm going to eventually get myself a pair. Definitely going to get myself a pair of the Anthony Edwards. But I see Anthony Edwards. I see what he's doing, and I'm very impressed by that young man. But what gives me skepticism and will always give me skepticism is two players on his team, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. I've never liked neither one of them. I think that they're both soft. I think that they epitomize what today's NBA big man is what they are and what they lack from big men of past eras. I just really, and it's mainly up here. It's mainly up here. It's not necessarily the physical. Well, against Jokic, I mean Jokic is pretty much bullying him. Um, but really, it's just that they're just mental midgets. And I hate to use that word, no disrespect to my little people and all that, but um, yeah, they're just soft. I mean, they're just soft. These are the players. I look at Karl Anthony Towns, and this is the exact same player that Jimmy Butler berated constantly when he was in Minnesota. He had, I mean, he would exhibit over and over and over and over again how soft Karl Anthony Towns is. Karl Anthony Towns has the game, has the skills, has the ability, but right here in the heart and right here in the brain, it's just that he lacks focus. Uh, I think that he does a lot of goofy stuff on the court. I think that he his passion comes and goes. When he knows that he has nothing, he will definitely quit. He will definitely fall back and get very quiet. Um, I think for all his skills and for him to be an all-star, I just expect more from him. I expect him to step up and to go further with his game. And that is something that I just don't think that he has in him. I just don't think Karl Anthony Towns has that. I really don't. I really, what he finished with 13 points last night? Inexcusable. Inexcusable. You are supposed to be the big man. You are supposed to be the choice, the option, the number one option down low, the number one option to get inside scoring. It should not be all on Anthony, all on Anthony Edwards. Should not be all on Ant to play hero ball. He has two certified big men, and neither one of them are playing like big men. And speaking of, Rudy Gobert gotta direct my ire towards him. This man finished with 11 points. This guy's supposed to be the defensive player of the year. Jokic is just dog walking him right now. He's dog walking him. Watching him last night, he looked so helpless last night. Jokic was doing whatever he wanted to this man, and he's so goofy. He's so goofy, man. Like Rudy Gobert is such a goofball. When he was at Utah, and how him and Spider fell out because of the whole COVID thing, because he basically was patient zero when the whole COVID thing went down, and he turned around and spread it, or he spread it through his team, and next thing you know, there's an outbreak. Now I'm not saying that it was all on him, but I'm just saying it's just that just lack of awareness, just stupid stuff. It's like when you have a guy who basically does not take anything serious, and you see it on the floor. He's not a serious player. He pretends that he is. He thinks that he is, but then at the same time, you seeing this is a guy who constantly gets punked. This is a guy who gets snatched up by Draymond Green. This is a guy who gets into fist fights with his own players on the bench. This is a guy who everywhere he's gone, he just it's just not, it's not NBA caliber, if you ask me. He's not NBA caliber. I think only because of the simple fact of the era that he is in is the only reason why he's surviving. Because I don't think that he would make it in the early 2000s. I do not think that he would definitely not make it in the 90s. No, no, no. He's definitely not making it in the 80s. No, no, no. This guy right here, both he and Karl Anthony Towns are supposed to be the twin towers. They are supposed to uh, uh, dominate. One on the offensive side, one more towards the offensive side, the other more towards the defensive side. They're supposed to come together and make a formidable tandem down low. But because they both share the same heart and the same kind of brain, you're dealing with you're dealing with two goofballs, and it's like you have a dog like Anthony Edwards, and you would think that some of that dog would transfer down to transfer to those guys, But no, these guys are the same same goofy players that you can't depend on. In the regular season, Karl Anthony Towns will give you all the numbers that you want. In the regular season, Rudy Gobert will give you all the defensive numbers you want. Get them in the postseason, they always get quiet. Why is that? Why is that? Because they don't have it here and they don't have it here. I'm sorry. You have Anthony Edwards who personifies dog, who personifies alpha, and you have two betas who are supposed to be your big men, your twin towers, your twin pillars down low. And these guys are not giving are not giving Anthony Edwards the support that he needs. 20 combined for 24 points. You played all those minutes, 24 points. 24 points. That's all you could muster. That's all you could muster. Getting dog walked by Jokic, getting dunked on and stuff by Gordon. Gordon using you. I'm just like it's sad when it comes to when it comes down to that tandem. Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert is supposed to at least cancel out Gordon. One of those guys are supposed to cancel out Gordon. Neither one of them can. Last night, what is it? It was one instance that just made me just shake my head. I just shook my head and I almost walked out the room. When Karl Anthony Towns he goes up for a shot, gets fouled. He's on the ground. He's sprawled on the ground. He's all he's just laying there for a second, looking for somebody to come grab him. Here comes Rudy Gobert, goofy ass, trying to tra la 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 la. He goes up there trying to jog over there, gets tries to give a hand to Karl Anthony Towns and lift him back up. This fool slips. He goes down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns. They look like they scissoring for a moment. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen and whatever, but it just looked so goofy. I was like, these guys are on the floor scissoring, looking so goofy. Just two big goofy dudes, bro. And I know Ant was just probably just standing off like, man, these are the dudes that I gotta depend on. These two goofballs are the guys that I gotta depend on. I'm sorry. These are two players that I just don't like. These are two players that just are really soft. They're very goofy. They're very. I just don't think that they're focused. I feel like they're intimidated, or I think that they're intimidated by Jokic and Gordon. I thought all the juice that they had in the first two games, I thought that was going to carry over going into Minnesota, playing in front of your home crowd. It did not work. I think these guys got comfortable. They got complacent. And then when that happens, they get goofy. I'm sorry. I like Karl Anthony Towns when he's aggressive. He's never aggressive. Uh, Rudy Gobert, if he could ever get aggressive, he would be halfway decent. But he doesn't get aggressive. These two guys need to definitely step up, or Minnesota will be going home after going home blowing a 2-0 lead. This series should have been over. This series, in all fairness, should have been over. Minnesota has the better defensive team. Denver is struggling with the shooting and the scoring. Anthony Edwards is on fire. You would think that Cat and Rudy would keep, would keep it balanced as far as the inside outside game. But as usual, these two are about as smart as I don't know. They're about as smart as the day is long. Well, no, I won't even say smart. I mean, they're about as goofy as the day is long. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. But yeah, it's just like for their era, I just don't feel. I think that this is the only era that they could be in. This is the only era that those two could be in. I just don't see them shining in any other era. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I feel for Anthony Edwards. I feel for the rest of those guys on the Minnesota Timberwolves. They play their ass off, and you got your two pillars down low, not doing their job. Not doing their job, not being a factor, not even giving Jokic a little bit of resistance. Jokic is just doing whatever he wants. And I mean, Jokic is Jokic. Jokic is an offensive machine. But damn it, Rudy, you supposed to be a defensive mastermind. Cat, you supposed to at least be, a deterrent at least. But and then what were they doing last night? They were double teaming and leaving Gordon wide open for just dunk after dunk after dunk. What were you doing with those late double teams down low in the paint? That's the last place that you want to double team Jokic is in the paint. Why would you want to double team him right where he's near the basket, where his passing, where basically he can pass down low to Gordon. He can kick it out to Murray. He can kick it out to Pope. He can kick it out to Porter Jr. I mean, he's doing. It's just like when you get him in that sweet spot, he can create his own shot or pass off, do whatever. And then you guys run off the second guy. You run cat at him. You run. It's like why are you double? What you got Rudy Gobert on him, and then you run out cat for a late double, leaving Gordon wide open for an easy dunk down low. Stupid, just stupid. It's not smart basketball. You have players that aren't. I won't say they're not smart, but they're not. They have no heart. They don't have the mentality to lock in and at least challenge. Put a challenge to Jokic. I know Jokic is the MVP. I know that he's a machine, but you gotta give him some sort of resistance. This is ridiculous, and just seeing this collapse already. It's just like you see the momentum just being taken back, and now they're going back to Denver. Denver's going back home, regaining home court advantage, and the way that the momentum is going, they look to take game 5, and if they take game 5, you might as well say it's a wrap. Because usually NBA history wise, whoever wins game 5 usually takes the series, usually. And right now, Denver has the momentum, and I feel that in a lot of ways, Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert once again another playoff disappointment. And if Minnesota loses this series, that's where the blame should go. Right on those two guys, right smack dab. I know Anthony Edwards blames himself. I know he blames he doesn't point the finger at anybody. He knows that he's a superstar, but we see what he's doing. He's doing everything that he can. You have another all-star, and you have the reigning defensive player of the year now. He's now the defensive player of the year now. So now you have two players that are elite, level, and they're not playing like that. You're leaving your young superstar out to dry, and I hate to see his performances being wasted by two goofballs down low. And with that being said, I'm just gonna just shut it down real quick. I just wanted to just rant real quick. Man, it's just like when I see Anthony Edwards, man, I'm becoming such a fan of his, and I just want to see his efforts being rewarded. And now I know that the other team is there too. They get paid to stop. They get paid to make stops and put the ball in the basket as well. But I'm very partial. I'm becoming very partial to Anthony Edwards. And I'm rooting for him, and I'm rooting for all of his success. I definitely feel that he is the face of the NBA, and I just feel that his teammates are screwing him over, in particular Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. You may not agree with it. It may be a little controversial, but this is just my thoughts. It's just what I feel. I know a fanboy gonna get you're being emotional. Shut your mouth, fanboy. You never get no sway with me. If I wanted to express how I feel, I'm gonna express how I feel. And I'll be damned if I let a fanboy come in here and police my channel and police how I feel about something. So if you got a problem with what I gotta say, scroll past or come in, or you can come in here. You can come in here and get flamed by me or one of the members of the Hoop Head Haven. It's up to you. But with that being said, I'm gonna shut it on down. Like I said, thank you all once again for coming into the Hoop Head Haven, checking out your boy, kicking it with your boy for a little bit, man. Definitely, it's Monday. We definitely starting out the week off strong. Man, continue to bring in your questions, continue to interact, your questions, your comments, and all that good stuff. Um, man, I definitely am proud of this channel. The channel is growing slowly but steadily. Um, we're reaching goals, we're reaching milestones every day, and I'm definitely proud of this community that we're building. Definitely, because it's your channel just as much as it is mine. So definitely appreciate you all. With that being said, my hoop heads, you already know, man. It's your boy Skinny Hardaway with another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. I want you all to be out there. I want you all to go out into the world, be good people, be good citizens, do the right thing, love on your babies, love on your family members. Life is it's not promised. Life is precious. Um, man, I'm kind of doing this with a heavy heart. Lost my aunt yesterday to cancer. So I dedicate this episode to her. Definitely. I love you, Aunt Carol, and I know that you're smiling down. I hope that you're proud of not only me, but others in the family. Um, Definitely gonna miss you. Definitely love you. Your spirit is still here, and we love you. That's why I always tell you guys, love them babies, loving your family members, because tomorrow's not promised. Definitely. But with that being said, man, um, I'll just leave you with these words, man. Peace, and wear your sneakers.